Welcome to comparing the fx-CG50 and the fx-CG100. To start, we will look at using the numerical solver SolveN. This is a numerical method for solving many different types of equations and is particularly useful for providing multiple exact solutions. For the fx-CG50, it is accessed in Run Matrix mode by using the submenus of Option and selecting Calc. Similarly, for the fx-CG100, in Calculate, additional functionality is accessed through Catalog and Functional Analysis is selected. To demonstrate a calculation, we will look at this trigonometric equation with a restricted domain. The syntax for input is the same for both handsets. Starting with the fx-CG50, the functions are entered using the default x theta t key for the variable. The equal sign is a secondary key function, and so shift is required first. To enter negative values, the dedicated negative key is used. The value of pi is entered as a secondary function, so shift first. Calculation is performed with execute, which displays a warning that is closed with exit. The solutions are displayed as exact values, in this case fractions of pi, in a list. Decimal approximations can be obtained by using standard to decimal or highlighting and executing. For the fx-CG100, the process is very similar. The functions are entered using the default x theta t y key, which is in the same location. Notice that now parentheses automatically appear for the trig function and need to be exited or closed before continuing the entry. The equal sign as a secondary key function has also been relocated. The dedicated negative key has been removed and is now the secondary function of subtract. Pi is still a secondary function, but has also been relocated. Calculation is performed either with execute or OK, and as there is no longer an exit key, the warning is now closed with either OK, the shortcut displayed, in this case number 1, or back. The solutions are displayed as before, and decimal approximations of the exact values can be viewed by pressing Format, which is a more comprehensive version of standard to decimal, or highlighting and executing, or pressing OK to view the vertical list. We will now look at using the Graph&Table apps. Graph is capable of drawing and analysing Cartesian functions, as well as polar, parametric and inequalities. Table can evaluate these functions and even extend functionality with derivatives and probabilities. For the fx-CG50, Graph is accessed by selecting the icon below Run Matrix or using the shortcut number 5. Table uses shortcut number 7. For the CG100, both apps are combined and can be accessed using UK shortcut 5. To demonstrate, we will look at drawing and analysing these trigonometry functions. Starting with the fx-CG50, the default y equals functions are entered in the function editor using the default x theta t key for the variable. To draw, the on-screen choice is selected with F6. This draws a graph of the two functions with the default view window settings. To zoom in and out, the shortcuts add and subtract can be used. However, to draw a graph with required scales, the view window can be changed. This is a secondary function of F3, so shift first. This displays the horizontal decimal radian and vertical scale settings, which can be changed manually or use one of the 3 presets: initial, trig or standard. If the settings have been changed, exit and redraw. To analyse the functions, the secondary function gsolve is used, which displays 5 types of analysis with more available by scrolling horizontally with F6. For the fx-CG100, the process is very similar. The functions are entered using the default xθty key and confirmed with either OK or Execute. Two choices are available: either scroll and select Draw Graph, or press the new Right tab key. These tab keys can be used to scroll between the tabs shown at the bottom of the screen. Both of these methods by default open the View window settings, but this can be toggled on and off in Settings. The same presets can be selected, or scrolling allows the settings to be changed manually. Scroll and select Draw for the graph. Add and Subtract can also be used to zoom in and out. Analysis is performed now using Tools, which lists the same functionality as the fx-CG50 F keys. Select Graph Solve to view the analysis menu. To view a table, go back and page scroll up to show the tabs. Tab Right and the table is populated with a default range of values for both functions. Use Tools to edit the table or change the domain and interval. Compare this to the fx-CG50, where the functions are carried over from Graph. Set can be used to change the domain and interval. Then Exit allows Table to populate the decimal values. Notice that both tables are truncated. Finally, we will look at using the Distribution app. This is a very useful app when dealing with calculating probabilities for both discrete and continuous distributions, as graphs of the distributions are also shown to aid understanding. For the CG50, scroll down through the main menu or use the shortcut I. For the fx-CG100, the app has been given prominence in the default home screen and can be accessed with UK shortcut 3. The subtle differences in operation can now be demonstrated when evaluating these probabilities. For the fx-CG50, the required distribution can be selected to display the parameter input screen. First, one of the four regions can be selected. Then the values of x, n, and p. Execute performs the calculation and displays the probability, together with a vertical line graph of the distribution with highlighting. As the display probability is truncated, a more complete decimal value can be seen by using Option. The normal distribution is used in the same manner with a similar parameter input screen, listing the available regions x, sigma, and mu. When executed, the probability is given and the normal curve shaded with the corresponding area. When using the fx-CG100, the procedure is very similar but with some improvements. The binomial parameter input screen now allows regions to be selected by scrolling. And either variables or a list can be used for x values, meaning a list of probabilities can be calculated and stored, but will not be drawn. The parameters are entered as before, and the highlighting color can also be changed. Execute or Right tab displays the full probability and the highlighted graph. The normal distribution also accesses the regions by scrolling and can calculate using variable or a list. It also toggles Z values. line with the distribution notation, mu and sigma are now in the correct order. And the graph is displayed as before, but with a full probability value. Do check out our other resources on the Casio Education UK website and YouTube.